quite good here, as you see, and also we are supposed to maintain some log, whoever is coming in. So first of all, let me welcome you on behalf of New Zealand Pranic Healing Foundation. My name is Pavitra and I organize this sort of meetup on a regular basis, on Monday specifically. I know this place is a bit far from main city, but believe me, this has got certain ambience which is quite good for our kind of meetup, where we talk about wellness and also talk about meditational importance to carry on holistic health requirements such as physical, mental and emotional balance. What we are going to do after this info talk is very interesting. It's called Twin Heart Meditation. And this Twin Heart Meditation is basically started by Grandmaster Chua after over 30 to 25 years of his experience in the spiritual life, together with his own research, which is so beneficial for humanity that it is being used or it is being practiced in almost more than 100 countries. Although Master is not there in his physical form, but he has been spiritually and what I call it, helping all of us invisibly. That's the right word, invisibly. Although he's not visible, but so it's our opportunity, particularly to understand this kind of practices during the difficult time, such as what we are doing now. So I would like to carry on with a bit of info talk just for those who are new and those who are attending for the first time. But before I start the usual info talk, which I normally talk about, Twin Heart Meditation, Namaste, please come. I would try to correlate with the current situation that all of us are going through, because we are part of this planet, and even though anything happens in the planet, we are somehow get affected in a less quantity or big quantity, but there will be some sort of influence that will happen to each of us. So currently, as we know that we are fighting together with this pandemic, and there are restrictions, but we are happy because New Zealand is lucky, isn't it? From tomorrow or for today midnight onward, it is level 1. So actually we should have celebrated it here, correct? But never mind. Tomorrow we can do it next week. But it's a good, not many countries have gone to that. I think New Zealand could be the first one to go out of this thing. So, and you believe me, we have been blessing every week whenever we are meeting here, as well as we are doing it online. So now we have started another way of doing group meditation, which is online. So probably we'll share that link. All of you can join. What happens is, when we do group meditation in a group, the energy that we receive from the higher beings and higher ups is quite profound, and that can be distributed for benefit of each and every inhabitant on this planet. Coming back to this pandemic, what is most important thing that we are teaching is that how to increase our Anyone? Immunity. Correct? Immunity is the key. See, I'll tell you one thing very clearly. COVID-19, coronavirus, or any kind of problem that we have, virus that we have, it will affect us sooner or later. You cannot stop it. It will happen. But if our immunity is very strong, maybe 2 sneezes, that's it. Will not get affected. So we have to really think about, apart from our normal lifestyle, rest and eating proper food, we should also increase our immunity. Okay. The difference between normal virus and this virus is, technically, medical term wise, most of the viruses are 2 types. Either it is DNA virus or it is RNA virus. This virus is RNA virus. Okay. Like a virus, it is more or less similar, but now this virus also has got a, with the vehicle, you have a tank also, so you can do more harm. So for that we need a bigger bulletproof jacket so that nothing happens. So what is the bulletproof jacket? Our immunity. Correct? How do I increase our immunity? Any of you? Okay, let us understand this. Our immunity is our gut. This needs to be really clean and good. If this is constipated, this is not working properly, that means we are not doing our cleansing properly. This is where most of the pathogens and virus and bacteria will be welcomed, and they can do havoc. So first of all, our gut has to be okay. What is the easiest way to get our gut going? One of the most important thing is probacteria, like yogurts and stuff like that. Those are very important because they are good for us. Second thing is, people are researching on that. They say ginger, if you boil in the water, it becomes very good cleansing solution. Also, some people say you can take a little bit of lemon, chopped with the skin, and then you boil it and take that. That is also very good for immunity. Garlic is amazing. It can, dilute your blood. It will not allow this thing. So very good for that if you want to increase your immunity. Then also if you want to increase your, for example, white blood cells or platelets, something like that, you should also take something which is very important, such as some locally available fresh fruits, which should include something like pears, oranges, anything that is yellowish, you should be taking that. Mango is also important, but you don't get good mangoes yet. Mango gives a lot of vitamin A. A lot of people know that vitamin A and vitamin D combinations are too good, but vitamin D you can get in the form of tablets. You can also take cashew nuts, pistachio, or any kind of nut. They can give you a lot of natural, vitamin D and vitamin A, papaya, pears, mango, orange, all of them are good. So we can naturally do something for our health, but these are going to help us physically. What about getting so many information bombardment from all over? They keep us mentally drained. Correct?
Stop watching.
Yeah, that's a bit of a challenge. For that you have to come to Yogasana. You need to cleanse your, those emotions which are really bothersome and not very helpful. I personally feel that we should not think about anything negative, because as you think negative, you resist it, right? And whatever you resist, it persists. Be very careful about what you are thinking. Whatever you think and you don't want to think, we'll think more. Okay? There is a very simple statement. You cannot think about something you don't want to think without thinking about it. Whatever you don't want to think, you will be forced to think. Do you agree? Sometime you try it. Suppose I tell you blue apple, which is not there, but you will suddenly think of blue apple. Even white elephant, you will suddenly think, it is not there, but you will be forced to think about it, even if it is not there. So our mind is like a very, it creates delusion and illusion and everything. So we need to be aware of what we are thinking and what you need to reject immediately, which is not good for us, reject it. That much rationality we can use. Think positive. Every outcome should be positive and good, not only for us, but has to be for everyone. If you think good about everybody, you are part of it anyway. So that's what we do here, nothing. Meditation is not a big thing that we think. It is easy, but we have to change the attitude. Our attitude should be full of gratitude. Honestly. So the attitudinal changes, that's what we do here. When you came here, we all have been thinking, I have to reach there, I have to sit there, I have to go there. Now we are here, we start thinking about us. So when we think about us, then we lose our individuality. We are more of a group. And then you will notice that we have become more receptive to those unperceivable energy which is around us. You will find difference after we have finished this without any much difficulties. So you have not missed, we are just talking about some celebration because we are almost finishing our level 2 and going into level 1. That's what we were discussing here. So, coming back to what I was talking was that few things for physical health we need to care about, and few things about our emotion and how we think is very important, because we can only think two things, either something very happy or something very sad. So always we can choose one of it. We cannot choose both. You cannot be happy to become sad or sad to become happy. It doesn't work that way. Either you do this or that. So for that, we mentally learn using the master's technique that how we can put the seed in our consciousness. Consciousness is like a big field in the farming area. Thoughts are like small seeds. You have to put it there so that we can get some fruit eventually. Suppose I put bitter gourd and expect apple to grow. Not possible. Okay, so we have to put apple tree to get apple. Same thing in our consciousness. What seeds are being sowed? It's very, very important. If you are not sowing the right seed and expecting something good that will happen, it cannot happen. So our thought is like a mini, thought seed. Of course, we need to nurture it. It's not that we think a very good thing and then we forget it. Then it will not manifest. We need to be on it for some time. Suppose I want to practice something, for example, let's say exercise. If I just think, I will do exercise from tomorrow, and then you forget it. It's like I brought the seed but forgot to sow it. No, so we have to be on it for some time so that we can actually help it to become a plant, germinated plant, and then fruit. So it will take some time. So that's why practice is required. Suppose you learn this meditation, it's a good thing, and then you forget, you don't do it anymore, or you do not come regularly, then you may get a little bit of plant without fruit. It will die. So idea is that we practice it regularly with a certain amount of discipline. And discipline is very simple, that you need to be regular on it. And then you will feel that there is a very a lot of difference in our attitude, and we deal with all the problems much simplistically, easily. It will not bother us. We will not become stressed, because when our mind, body and emotions are not aligned properly, we tend to become stressed. And why we become stressed? Because we don't live in the now. For example, if we are sitting here and we all are physically here, but mentally we think about, oh, there is something on my what do you call this? Kitchen, that stove, which I forgot to turn off or something like that. You will straight away go to your kitchen, not here. Mentally. Physically you will be listening here, listening to everything, but it will not stored in our brain, because you're still concerned about what has happened. That means that particular time when we were cooking, we were not mindful. So each and every moment we have to be mindful, so that we don't go back to the past. So finish the thing properly and don't look at it, because you cannot drive a car looking at the rear mirror. What will happen if you drive a car at the rear mirror? Crash. Very simple. Most of us are doing like that, unfortunately. We are experts actually. We human beings are experts. Driving car, not looking backward. Okay. So we teach you how to be in the now eternally, not just for a second. Eternally try to become, always. Because present is the only thing that gives you present. Everything else is actually illusion. Because I can ask you, all of you, what you ate 3 days before. It will take quite a bit of time to recall what you ate 3 days back. Even today's breakfast, you will not be able to, I ate it. No, I didn't. So past is gone. And future you don't know what will happen. Tomorrow, are we going to get up properly? We don't know. Nobody can tell us. So why not we enjoy, celebrate everything today, present. That's what Master says. If we are in the present without bothering past and future, we are the happiest being on the earth. And if you are happy, believe me, you are connected. Your broadband is working properly. And if you are not happy, there is a disconnect. Connection is not happening. Right? So our soul, our spirit needs to get properly connected. And easiest way to do is practice some meditation. Now meditational practice is only possible when we first clean our garbage. We all have got a lot of garbage in our memory, in our system. So we need to first cleanse. Unless we clean it up, we cannot fill it in. Also another thing you remember, you have to give to get. If you don't give, you cannot get. You cannot clean, cannot receive. If I ask you to breathe, don't exhale. Can you do it? Any of? Try. Inhale, only inhale, don't exhale. Not possible. Correct or not? So when you master used to say, you cannot just keep inhaling, you have to exhale also. So you have to give to get. If you do not exhale, believe me, you cannot inhale. So you have to clean it up, and then you. So in group meditation, what we do, we first clean ourselves by doing some physical exercise, some breathing exercise, and then what we do is try to harness the